Ooh.
Yeah. You can let it.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's not scary.
it's not scary.
I've met a lot of robots at the Consumer Electronics Show, but this year the buzz around home robotics felt different. There was a sense, a hope even, that humanoid helpers for our homes could be much closer to a reality. A shift from concept robots that grab the headlines but never materialize towards something that might actually launch and quite possibly be useful. Here in Las Vegas, it felt like Rosie the robot or Jarvis could finally step out of science fiction and into our homes. But do we really want them to? There are two types of home robots I'm hoping to see. First are the larger, more human-like robots that can do multiple tasks that are more complicated. Then there are the smaller, single-purpose bots that can maybe do one or two things well. What's changing in home robotics is that these bots are becoming smarter and more capable, thanks to AI and appendages. As all of this comes together, what I think is the most logical next step for a home robot is one that can do my most hated chore, my laundry. So let's go inside and see if any of these robots are ready to graduate from concept demo to laundry duty. Walking through the show floor, humanoid robots are everywhere. And when something is everywhere at CES, it's a fairly good indicator that it's heading to our homes next.
We are the Zeroth one to build the consumer-based humanoid robot.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
Guo, CEO of Zeroth, which made its debut at CES this year, says actuators, control, and AI are the key technologies that will make Rosie the robot a reality.
Every home is different. It's
Right.
not like a factory. Factory
Yeah.
can be standard. So actually, we need the world model that we cannot pre-train or we cannot give a third-party maps to them. It can only sense the world and to decide by themselves.
So he needs a model of the world.
Yeah.
Just like a human
Yeah,
gets a
just like
model of
human.
the world.
For example, we stand here, we know everything.
Right, and he
we can
needs to be
decide.
able to do that.
Yeah.
Jupiter is the only full humanoid robot we saw at CES that is specifically designed to do household chores, but it can't do any of them yet. Guo says it needs to learn from you and from training data to understand our homes. And this is the big challenge robotics companies are working on.
I think for Jupiter that is more like a people. For example, if you want to do a certain work, the first thing is that you look. You look that this is a door of the laundry, then we can open it and we will put the clothes in and we close it so we can see and we can
So you do it, Jupiter watches you, and then Jupiter can do it?
Yeah, the second thing is that we have so many movies and short videos on YouTube, on TikTok. We can even use this
You're
kind of
training robots on
yeah,
TikTok?
yeah, we can use
Oh no, what's going to happen to the world? Another way to learn is through teleoperation in your home. Yes, someone using a Vision Pro to control the robot remotely. Guo says teleoperation will be necessary for safety. Jupiter weighs 170 pounds and hurts when it falls on you. Woo! I didn't touch it, I promise. I tried to save it.
Be careful, it's so heavy.
Even if Jupiter learns how to do my laundry, it'll still need someone controlling it to make sure it doesn't injure me.
This is what we call a zero-labor home.
Leading the conversation around home robots at the convention this year is LG's CLOiD home robot.
I facilitate convenience and comfort by orchestrating devices and spaces to manage chores.
A household robot that does chores, yes, including laundry. It uses much safer wheels rather than legs. We just saw LG's CLOiD fold laundry. That feels like a big step, except for the laundry was already very neatly laid out. I'm not sure which robot did that. But the conceit that we saw was that the owner went to the gym while CLOiD sorted his laundry for him, did the wash, then folded the clothes at the end. If a robot could actually do all of those things for me, I feel like that would be something I would really value because it saves a lot of time. but it took a really long time for it to fold one pal. So I'm not sure how productive it's going to be. One of the things that I thought was really interesting, though, is in this demo we saw how the robot was communicating with the appliances in the home. It was kind of orchestrating things. So it didn't need to press the button on the oven to set the temperature to make the croissants, because it could just communicate with the oven and tell it what temperature to set. It also communicated with the robot vacuum. It's kind of working to orchestrate all of the appliances in your home. Of course, you can do that yourself with an app. You don't really need a robot to do all of that. But it was managing everything for you so you don't have to. It seems more like an appliance in many ways than an actual robot, especially because it doesn't have legs. But the arms and the capabilities that brings to it, that's what takes it to the next level. LG says CLOiD is a concept robot, and I don't see it shipping anytime soon. Well, ever. But this approach seems closer to becoming a reality than Jupiter. Switchbot's Onero H1 is a budget version of CLOiD. A half humanoid on wheels, it can interface with Switchbot smart home devices as well as perform some basic tasks. Also, we're told. We only saw it collecting laundry from a living room set and placing it in the laundry machine. Sometimes. Switchbot's COO, Haizhou Lin, showed me this video of Onero's in simulated homes training on how to make a bed and how to do the laundry. He said they have thousands in a factory training like this in the hopes of shipping a useful home robot to customers this year that costs under $10,000. We gave Onero Buddy, my daughter's stuffed toy, to pick up so we could see how it would react to a new item in its demo. It did pick it up and put it in the washing machine, which is probably not where I actually want my stuffed animal to go. Can I get it back? At every demo we saw, I also asked if we could have the robot open my bottle of laundry detergent, or even just pick it up. But none of them were brave enough to take up the challenge. Manipulating common household items feels like an essential part of being a useful home robot. And that's the problem ALLEX is trying to solve. Developed by WIRobotics, ALLEX is an upper half humanoid with hands and arms designed for human-like dexterity while being safe to interact with.
So we are focusing on the human dexterity in the hardware level, also the control and AI level.
If I give it something to do, might it, like I have a bottle, like could it open it?
Not now.
No?
Yeah, in our lab.
It needs to learn.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah.
I guess I won't be getting that extra pair of robot hands in my laundry room after all. So, are humanoid robots going to be helping us out in our homes anytime soon? No. But maybe the robots we already have in our homes could learn something from humanoids so that they could be a little more useful, like how to walk. This is Roborock's Saros Rover, the first robot vacuum with actual legs that allow it to climb up and down stairs. It's a concept robot, but it shows how the robots we already have in our homes are getting smarter and potentially more useful. Maybe we don't need to reinvent the wheel here, but instead make the robots we have better. That's Roborock's philosophy, according to President Chuan Gang.
With you focusing on the specific functionality for one device, we want to make every single device can fully accomplish its task. In the future, I would say less devices in your home, just several, and they can cover all of the household tasks.
Right. In another robot manufacturer's booth, Dreame, we found a concept bot that offers a solution to my laundry dilemma. The laundry robot Z1 resembles an oversized robot vacuum with a very large arm, no legs. It can roam your home looking for dirty clothes, sort them based on color and fabric, put them in the washer, connect wirelessly to it to run the cycle, load them into the dryer, and then put them in the basket. These more focused, single-purpose bots being potentially orchestrated by a central intelligence again feels much closer to something that we're going to be welcoming into our homes soon, as opposed to humanoids. Homes are designed for humans. That's why the idea of a humanoid robot is so appealing. It promises a single solution to multi-step chores, like laundry. But even with all the advancements in robotics and AI we've seen at CES, humanoid robots are still nowhere near ready to move into our homes. And by the time they are, I'm not convinced we'll actually need them. Instead, our homes will evolve first, with the machines we already have, vacuums, washing machines, dishwashers, becoming smarter, more interoperable, better able to work together, all orchestrated by our smart home itself. Because I believe the future of home robots isn't one bot doing everything. It's a series of smaller, smarter machines all quietly working together, doing their jobs so we don't have to. I guess I need to go find someone to do my laundry for me.